Okay, so this video is about when you're creating a graphic or numerous graphics. What you want to do is make certain elements of the graphic a flat graphic because you're constantly using them and you don't want to keep moving, like losing the format of it. So for example, can you hear me? All right, so this is very, very simple. So all I'm saying here is that the certain elements of a grouped icon graphic should just be turned into a flat image that has a transparent background. And you can do that by, so an example would be the social media post. My headshot should turn into, instead of it being multiple layers, it should be one image. So you don't have to worry about it moving. And then Ronnie's should also be that because we will be creating at least 3 to 5 graphics with her headshot. And it's also good for it to be consistent. So what you do is, so let's do Christie's. All you have to do is, let's say, duplicate the file, and you can do headshots, and this is pretty much where you should start. And then you can do interview headshots. Now this concept can be used in anything, including, like, for example, see this logo? It should be a flat image. So everything that's elements that are constantly used together. We're not necessarily using this a lot, so I don't know if it needs to be its own flat image, but it could be. So now we're going to go, so that's about what we're trying to do, and I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy. But the second thing is files, naming, and storage. So we're going to put it in, so these are designs. So this is recent. This is just recent, everything recent in this folder. But you have to go to the correct thing. So these are designs, which means that they're designs in Canva. So they have layers and everything. So this is not exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about just a flat PNG like this one. See? This is just a flat PNG. It's transparent. You do not need Photoshop to do this. You could do it in Photoshop, but you do not need Photoshop to do this. So, to do it, like, for example, this one is already here. So, like, technically, I know we duplicated an image, so that's why we have this one, but really, what you should do is put, see now how that, so now you delete group, and you should just put, oh, you know what, it says fitness marketing secrets. This is business. Alright, so now we're in interview headshots. Let's go ahead and do one for fitness business secrets. All you have to do is delete everything except the logo. So I'm just going to delete, I have my headshot there. Note that the Christie sheet is slanted, so we'll have to fix that later. So you just delete everything. Well, actually, I guess we wanted to keep Ronnie. We have Ronnie over there. Then delete the background. And now it's going to be this. So once you have a deleted background, and it's the correct format, now just one note. You see how there's a blue back here? So you have to remove that. So you ungroup it. Remove anything that was, like, done specially. Okay, so I'm just doing the arrow button, so hopefully it doesn't move too much and I can easily put it back. Now, one thing you can do if you're doing a transparent background and you need a white background to figure out where things, I mean, you need a non-transparent background to see where things are, is you can just put a background and then delete it later. So, but we're going to just using the arrows so that I didn't have to change it too much. We're going to assume that's correct. But if you wanted to, you could put a background like this. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to double check. Now I'm going to select it. I'm going to group it. That's not important, but I'm just doing that for to make it easy. I'm going to make it as big as possible. And the best thing is if you're doing a logo that's going to be used a lot, like this is our core logo, then you should resize it to fit exactly. I'm going to ungroup this to move this a little more. You should resize it, the actual frame of this thing using the resize button and fill it, because otherwise you're going to have a lot of extra white space when you download it. And the problem with that is, okay, so let's just say I decide I only, see when we download this, you see all this space in the top and the bottom? When you upload it, you see how the box only goes around fitness, business, secrets? If you download it like this, it's going to be a big box, the extra space, and you're going to be constantly accidentally clicking on it. So let's say you had a big box here, right? See this box? Let's say there was a little icon behind this I wanted, and I'm trying to click into it, and then I can't get to it unless I position it to the back, and then I can click in it. But if it wasn't so big, if it didn't have this extra unneeded space, I could click into things. So if you make it super big, the extra it's always going to touch other things and going to irritate you as you're trying to like move things around, because you're going to accidentally select it. So now some certain situations that like the headshots and stuff, which it won't have that problem, but let's say you're only going to use it a little bit, or you're basically converting a whole picture into 10 separate elements and you have a lot of work to do. Then you know what, it's fine. It's because you don't want to keep resizing the whole canvas. What I mean by that is, let's say I said, you know what, John, I want you to make fitness, business, secrets, and then I want you to take SEC and then RETS as separate icons, and then make this a separate icon. Like all these little like 10 things from this one graphic, which happens when we're doing like a core graphic, like let's say I said make like 10 different separate like flat icons. Then it would take a lot of time for you to keep resizing the canvas. So it's not a priority. Do you know what I mean? Because you'd have to resize it every time to fit the exact dimensions of it. So but if it's something we'll use like a main thing for the brand or the logo, then you change it. It's not easy to resize necessarily, but you just kind of look at it and you say, okay, so the step is we isolated what we want. We put a fake background until we're ready to reduce it. We decided we're going to resize it to fit the size. We look at it and you just do ratios. This is the easiest way to do it. You just say like, okay, the height looks like this is one height, 1, 2, 3. It looks like it's 1/4 of the width. So let's just make, this is the width, so 1/4 of the width, 25% of 940 is 250. So let's do 250. Okay, now this is what happens. So all you do is you select it again and you resize it again. And then you press Control minus, and that's how you zoom out really quick. You see now it fits the dimensions. So now we're going to delete the background by clicking on the corner somehow. Delete. Now this is the easiest part, which is what I was hoping what you would be doing. The easiest part. You click on download, PNG, transparent background. Only choose the one you want, so it's not a zip file, right? And then you could make it like twice as big if you want better quality. Let's say this is our logo and you never know when you need more quality, so sure, let's do that. So again, PNG, if you need high quality, to transparent background, and then you're done. Okay, so now you're done with that. Just keep in mind that they download with the name of this. And then you go back to elements, and then you go to sorry, not elements, photos. Okay, uploads. But we want to upload it to a specific folder. So I don't know if you can upload it like this. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Good. All right. So we go to actually the folders and go to the folders you want under PNG. So you see now it says Fitness Business Secrets. It's exactly what we did. It's flat, so you don't have to worry about it. This is different from the designs, where now we have, let's say we just for the sake of, let's change this to Fitness Business Secrets logo. Logo, orange, white. And so now, let's say that's what I decided I want, because I can still copy it again. I'm going to delete everything else to keep it clean. If you don't need it, delete it. So now we can move this specific file into the designs folder if it's not already there. So we're going to save to folder. It should be under Fitness Business Secrets. We have to change that. It's under designs. Save to folder. I'll just move it, save it here. Okay. So now let's see what happens. Let's see if it should go to the designs folder, I think. We go into folders, Business Secrets, designs. There it is. Fitness Business Secrets, you can't see it, but it's under designs because it's a design, while the element that we uploaded directly is under folders. So that's how you do it. It's really easy. You just click on download transparent. And so what I'm saying for social media pictures, posts, when you know you're going to reuse something a lot, then I want you to, if we're going to use it 5 times, then just see, you saw how fast it is, right? So and what you do to make it faster is you can do something like so you can just duplicate this exact one. You can duplicate Ronnie, and then you can just delete everyone else, and then you can just make that deleted, put her in the center, and then just kind of make it bigger. It's also an opportunity to see what this looks like. It looks a little off. Why is it off? Oh, I think I know. It's just like, I see. Why is the border off? Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but the border should be white. So we should have technically, like the Christie one, a white border. So what you do here is I'm gonna crop Ronnie's picture by double clicking in. I should be able to crop it. That's weird. Crop. Oh, huh. That's interesting. I guess it's already cropped. Okay, so if it's just cropped, is this? Oh, I know. This should be white. I don't know if this is in a frame or something, but this is weird. What is this thing? There we go. Okay. So let's just put her back where she should be. Okay, it's slightly better, but okay. And then if it's a shadow, just note that the shadow should be all the way underneath, right? It's a shadow. I mean, unless the sun is nowhere to spot. Okay. So it should be like off-centered. This whole thing is weird. This is not. Let's go back. First, Ronnie's name is also not correctly aligned. It's too much of a slant. Alright. Okay. And then let's group Ronnie. Now we grab that and then we group that. Now we're just trying to get it correct on this gray thing. And then let's see. It's not perfect. So you notice when you kind of zoom in, it gives you more gradual features. I mean, like you can have more control. Alright, so this is going to be good enough. If that's the angle we're going at. We want to keep the same angle. So this is like the same increment of the shadow in both photos. This is, I think, okay. Let me just do one more thing. I like it to be more subtle, where you can barely tell there's a shadow. That's better. Okay. Alright, so that generally looks good. Let me just click into here. Centered. Okay. You always have to double check if there was a white background, if it's actually centered. Because if it's blue in the back, you can tell if it's off-centered. But this is good. So this is what you're doing. You make it real good. You have to make it perfect, okay? Like, I probably spent a long time on this in itself, but that's fine if but don't spend longer than what I did. PNG, you don't need a bigger size. Transparent background. Choose the page. Done. Download. Okay, so now that's downloading. We're gonna have it. So what you can do now is delete this group. Then you can upload this. Go to folders. Keep the same structure. Put it under photos. No, wait, folders. Interview headshots. There we go. There we go. Okay. I might not have, I don't know. I guess if we're gonna use her a lot in this angle, I guess this is okay. But if not, then maybe I should have left her untilted, so it's not. But I think we might use her a lot. So, anyways, so basically that's what I'm looking for. And then it's a flat image now, and it's under the correct folder too. Yeah, so I think that's good. So then, like, basically whenever I say make it a flat image, you can just do that. Now on a side note, now it should be a lot easier because why? All you have to do is duplicate this, name this Chas, and ungroup her. Alright, so this is a design, and then put Chas Young here. And then, let me see. So that's why, I'm not sure if you put a border, what is this? Why is there like a border here? Okay. You know, but, don't put a border, like just upload them as the picture that gets sent over, and then it should be a lot faster that way, I think. So if you just go like this, without the border, but okay, and then you position it backward. And let's just remove Ronnie, just in case. Oh, yeah, it's a frame. Okay, where did Chas go? Okay. Alright, I mean, I'm not really into the frame, just because I feel like it's throwing things off. And, like, I just think it'd be easier to just put a white block and then resize the picture to the size, you know. This should not be this hard. This should not be this hard. Why is it like that? Okay. Alright, so then you gotta click it to see if it's centered, but this is off now. So just put this down. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So now chast is done. Alright, so you download it again, PNG, transparent, only choose chast, done. Okay. And then you can just upload it. That's what I like about this specific setup. I like when the download is here. Okay. But you see this looks a little off. You see the white here? So
Yeah.
yeah, so
The
anyways,
label.
you gotta fix it. So you may have to put a background until you finish it, so you're able to kind of see it. But I'm thinking, basically what I'm saying is, I mean, I guess you could. I just find this really more difficult. What I think you should just do is you should do this, remove this whole thing, put a white element, and just put a white box like this, and then reposition it like this. White, and if you do it like this, then all you do every time is you just put a photo, and you resize it to be exactly the size you want it to be, and then you don't have to mess with the box. That's what I think is good. This is tedious and unnecessary. I mean, like, not value adding, but I guess you get it. Okay. So actually, if you do it like that, then you don't even have to. No, actually, we're gonna leave. See, this is still off. There's a white box over here that's off. So what we'll do is just push it over here. Okay, in this box, this one where I have Chas Young's title, the small one. I wonder if it's behind it. Okay. Anyways, position forward. Okay. I think that... Okay, wait, I have to... Okay. I'm gonna have to have you take over this. Okay, so it's like this. But you see how this white box is here? It's actually helpful to you because then it creates the border at the bottom a little easier. I mean, another option is you could technically make a whole frame, but not that frame, but you could just do a box. Actually, a rectangle. Go back to shapes and elements. You could do this one. That one might, this might be good. So it's transparent. Just see if it's the right thickness. Okay. Okay. This is not bad. White. So now you have to do, position it backwards to grab the other one. Now we're grabbing the other one. Okay, good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this white box. Yeah. Okay. Just going to get it perfect. Alright, I'm going to have you fix that. This is just... Oh, another way is actually just, there we go. It's done. Yes. Alright, so that's what you're going to use. So then what you have to do here is you're going to have to group the white and the frame and everything else, and then you're going to come in with a photo that you're going to, now the background shadow is not going to be grouped, or else you won't get the effect we're looking for. You're basically making a layer from the photo that goes between that goes between the shadow and the white frame, right? Because if you don't do it that way, then you're either going to get the shadow above the photo. So you can't group those two together. The shadow is very off, and I'm not liking that. Okay, this needs to not take so long. Okay, you're gonna have to fix that. But you get the idea, and you're gonna fix that, and then it's just still off. I don't like it. Okay. Okay, that is much better. That's much better. Okay, great. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna group the words, the little thing on the bottom, and this white thing, and you're gonna group it. So now it should be pretty easy. Technically, in group layers, you only have two elements. You got the white with the wording, which you can still change, and then you have the shadow. And then, so what you're going to do is you're going to take, whenever you get a photo, whenever you get someone's photo, JR, okay, here, okay, again, we have a frame here, we don't want the frame. So, let's just, I don't think I can remove this frame, I'm not sure. Anyways, you would technically put it under the headshots. I'm not seeing headshots here, so you should upload the headshots there. Okay, so in an ideal world, right, we're not taking a half hour to do this. This should take like 1 minute. You get the headshot, you upload it here. You don't need the size to be perfect because you don't have this frame that somehow is there. Okay. And you put it behind, you set it up, and then you do position backward. Ta-da! Done. So let's do it. Okay, so you gotta just upload this JR's photo again without the frame. Don't use frames, just upload the photo, change it, then you remove the background, you rename it to JR, you download it, and so what I should see here, and then you upload it. So what I should be seeing here going forward is I should see these headshots with people's names in here with their title. Number 1. Number 2, I should also see their headshots without any frame, no frame. And then that way, you know, we could just have it there. That's it. That's all you need to do. So do that for all of the guests, and then basically, let me stop here.